Hey everybody, it's Austin with No Excuses Move. Welcome. So today I'm just kind of going to go to live to show everybody that it's about 8 days into the new year, and just because this video with No Excuses Move seems like it's starting late instead of being right on the very first day or even the very last moments of last year to kick off the new year, I want to give that as encouragement that No Excuses Move is when the time is right and when your heart is filled and you're ready to produce out of the fullness of your heart. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about the confetti blower that I got to be able to excite moments and to get people to realize that the moment is now. Whenever you are ready, whenever your heart is filled, don't lead with your heart, but lead with the love in your heart and go and produce good crops with all the seeds that are planted within you that God's trying to speak to you to be able to ignite that fire in you and the spirit, the youthful spirit in you to go out and do and build for Him, build the kingdom of heaven on earth as it is in heaven. And so I just kind of want to go over you a little bit of a game plan of a little bit of the start of this new year and what I want, what I'm looking forward to the community utilizing and strengthening each other with No Excuses Move. And I want to help out the community by getting us all fired up to be excited for right now, for being in the present, and whenever that is for you. You know, whenever you hear that life being spoken into you, that it says no excuses, move, and you go out and you do for God's kingdom and not just for your own desires and to be successful and just kind of towards more of a selfish way and more towards a greater future for generations after us. You know, as I've posted about, you know, we're a quarter into the century, and I mean, we've got so many tools before us with this technology that the sky's the limit for being able to go out and produce. And doing it by ourselves is the start, you know, because that's where it all comes from, is this what's on our heart to do and be able to add to. And so oh gosh, sorry, a little brain fog. Us coming together with all of our skills and all of our gifts and all of our tools will help build strong communities and help prevent suicide. And so that's what I'm here today doing and trying to inspire others, is to see the little things in life and make the most of it. Most people, like with a confetti blower, they think, oh, it's just they think a lot of negative, like, oh, it's a big cleanup and this and that. It's like, man, it's 2025. One, we have vacuums, we have, you know, huge brooms, we have robots that can go and clean. We have all sorts of ways to be able to cover that one fault of something like that. But also, there's many alternatives to using a confetti blower than doing just confetti and just doing traditional. You know, there's so many opportunities to be able to use it, and I've written it down and I'm going to show you guys. So I'll just kind of get straight into that. Right here, let me take a drink. So this has been used once already for an event for New Year's. As you can see, I left some remnants in there because it's just, I was excited to see that in there when I picked it up. But this confetti blower right here is just a simple machine. You plug it in. Hold on, and it comes with a little remote. You slide that down, you push the unlock button, and I mean, you can pull the antenna here. Pull up the antenna, I mean, it goes further than that, it goes up there. Anyways, you pull that out and you click that and it starts it, just blows it out, whatever you put in there. I mean, you don't put in, like, you know, a bunch of heavy objects, you know, you put in, you know, light things and whatever your mind can imagine through that. But I'll kind of go over a little bit of that. So for most of you guys that don't understand or know what No Excuses Move is, it's just words being spoken out. To no excuses, move. And it's not just move like a maniac. It's to take the time mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and gather yourself and move with correction, move with a fullness of heart that's giving out of love. And that when you do something with good, and not just good intentions, but of that love, that it's selfless, and so let's see, no excuses, move. And it's for suicide prevention. That's what the semicolon in there is for suicide prevention. And how you prevent suicide is you build strong communities. So it's for suicide prevention and building strong communities. So no excuses, move. What can you do to help the community you're living in? Well, one, it always starts with ourselves. What can we do to get ourselves out of the bad mindset? What can we do to help our household? What can we do to help our little environment, our community? And then how can we help our, like our neighborhood type? And then our community is, if you have kids in the schools, how can you help, in the bigger overall of the community? And the goal is that, there's not a age, sex, religion, or group or nationality or anything like that separates you from no excuses moving. If anything that you do cuts off any group or any one of those, you should really evaluate and see if that's a proper move to move into. Because if someone's being not able to do it, is it truly right? That's like sometimes, I ask myself that. If people are getting secluded from it, is it truly profitable? Is it truly helpful? And so that's why I encourage people to remind themselves, no excuses, move. I'm here for a bigger purpose, and it's not just to fatten my pockets. It's to make impacts and to inspire others to be able to make impacts and to build strong communities so people are not gossiping and they're not going down a destructive path of drugs or any form of substance or just towards evil. So this year the goal is, and this is kind of like just a little rundown of it, is that I got the confetti blower now, and I'm going to work up with the arrows over to the engraver, and then to be able to help with funding events. So if you guys want to follow the YouTube channel, it's No Excuses Move, and you guys can watch the videos, but definitely just subscribe. I, of course, encourage you to watch the videos, pull out whatever you can think of. Turn off your thoughts and let not your heart guide you, but your love for improvement, to see what is actually being said through the videos as you watch them. But all these things, these little tiny things, are to help fund these down the way. And then at these events and stuff are to be able to create impacts and inspire others, that it's like, listen, you don't got to have all these hoops and jumps and things like that in order to get things done and create big impacts involving a lot of people. So let's kick it back to over here with the confetti blower. The confetti blower, this is a small list of the things that you can use it for. Celebrations, birthdays, weddings, anniversaries, graduations, concerts, sport events, product launches, grand entrances, special announcements, gender reveals, the finale to an event, friend parties, office parties, random bursts. If friends feeling down or something like that, and then you just got an idea, and this will just help excite it and make it a moment. That's the whole point of the confetti blower. It's about one moment, but you can refill it and you can have multiple moments, and that's what No Excuses Move is about the moment you're in right now, because that's all we have the power in is right now. So no excuses moving it. So with the random bursts, for your friends or loved ones or something that you guys can think of, you guys can use it, for that. And then, clearly it's organizations, corporate, private, individual. Any idea of who or what can think of an idea to be able to excite a moment and get people moving, that's the point of it. Ways to use it. Advertisement. You guys can throw, friends' business cards or, things like that inside with your confetti or whatever you shoot out of it. You can throw coupons, if you have a grand opening, or if you just are just having a tough thing and you just need some people coming in, that's always helpful. Let me tell you, I'm a coupon flipper. No, I'm just kidding. No, I just always look for deals. And then giveaways, if you already have plans to do giveaways and stuff like that, you might as well do it in an exciting way, or at one of these events, where you are already having a large group of people together and you're going to plan on do giveaways or something, throwing, you could write down it as numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each giveaway is a different number. You throw that in there. It's the same with the prizes, and you can shoot it out into this crowd, and then they'll come clearly see you because they're gonna want to, get that coupon, that giveaway, whatever. Or for exciting things, this is something that for either concerts or just somebody that has the money to give, which is awesome. Instead of just, you can give it privately, and that's what I always encourage is if you're gonna give it in private. But clearly, if you're going to give to a lot of people, and there's times where it is good to give out in the open, and let alone nobody will know who is giving it out. It's just being shot out through the cannon. This is excitement, so nobody knows who actually put in the money for it. But I just encourage, just for like a big effect, is $50 to $200 at the max, and $1 bills. That's for you guys. You guys decide on that. That's just an idea. This is all reference, to what you guys can use it for. I wrote it down for you. And then different designs of confetti. Doesn't have to be the traditional. You guys can use anything your heart and mind can think of. And to be able to create impacts for any one of these events and more. Any form of idea that you could use this for, to be able to excite the moment and to capture it. And to make the most of it. And then this is all the very beginning, with the funds that I have right now that I was able to invest in to be able to help out in the most simple way that others can be able to make moments very exciting and impacts wherever they are. Of course, who's not gonna be excited and talk about when somebody shot out money out of a cannon? They're like, oh man, that was an awesome party. That was an awesome event, whatever. And then each one of that goes towards the funding of the engraver that I'm looking into. Because another way to create little impacts is engraving something. So I'm not, I don't judge anybody with their tattoos. I'm not one for it, so this is the simplest way I can think about getting a tattoo, in a way. Of putting something on a cup or something metal, whatever it is, you could put something on it. And the goal of it is I want people to use it to speak life into each other and themselves, into their cups, or a business card or whichever, where they put something in there in words that's speaking life back to them and to others that see it. And so, it's going to be portable for events, anything like that. Or I encourage entrepreneurs that are, if you have an idea to use the engraver for multiple cups or something, that you can use it for that. It's, that's a skill building thing. Just like with all the technology that we have nowadays, it is a major tool to help understand different skills and actually using the machine. And I will, it's a very simple process to be able to teach people right on the spot how to use it. And then with all that helps build strong communities. Building strong communities by speaking life into each other, through whatever you put on your cup or your card or whichever it is, it'll probably, I'm still learning about all that it can do. The one that I'm going to get, I'm looking at, goes into metal, and so that's what I'm excited to use it on. And all that, like I said, goes into events. The first event was No Excuses Moves Kickoff, Moment of Impact for Suicide Prevention and Building Strong Communities. The next event that's coming up is The Power is in the Youth. That's exciting one. I want you guys to stay tuned and keep a lookout for this one. It's not all set up yet, and so I don't have a date yet, but keep looking out for that, because this one's going to be a very exciting one. So the whole point of all this with these events is to create small impacts that will build strong communities, inspire others that they don't have to have all these things in order to be able to go out and do great things. And to remind everyone, every seed planted in good soil and nurtured will produce a good harvest. That, every idea that's, like I said, doesn't cut people off from those groups, or like in those groups, nationalities, sex, or where they are in their faith. As long as you don't cut people off and you let God do the work, and we just pray and sharpen each other along the way. That's what produces good harvest, is that when people are taken care of, God's shepherds and his sheep are taken care of, and they're well looked after, and encouraged so that they grow strong and in good soil, and so that their spirit isn't crushed. That's what like nurtured is. It's when you nurture a plant, make sure that it grows strong, like that it's able to hold its own weight and then withstand the weather. That's how you take care of people. That there's a lot of weather in this world, and to be able to make sure that we can have a full harvest, and where people are abundant in being a light in this world, and their lanterns are full. And so how to help move forward in this to get to events and then greater things along the way. This is an exciting thing, is that there's way more to come. It just keeps going. And I need all hands on deck in the communities and around the world. So if you're seeing this from wherever you are, the encouragement is that there's not a person left out. That like, as long as your heart is set for God's kingdom, there is no one that's cut out. Because if it's not, it usually goes towards some form of group or something else like that it just ends up leading destructive. It's not fruitful. It seems like it, but it's not. And so, anyways, the way that the confetti blower and then eventually once the engraver comes here are not priced out, but how the payment for that is for what's on your heart to give, and give out of the fullness of your heart. So this is, like I said, no excuses move goes back to ourselves. And when somebody puts a price on something, who values it? Like you'll have people, if you put a price, people end up working towards coupons, giveaways, and all that stuff that devalues what you're doing. I would rather give it into the beholder of the person that is no excuses moving, to realize that what they're doing, it's like, what is the value in what you're doing? I'm reminding people the power that they already have through what they give, is that they decide how much value they're going to put into each one of this. Are you going to make the most of the confetti blower? Are you going to make the most of the engraver use? Are you going to make the most at these events? Are you going to make the most in your life and no excuses move? Tomorrow is not promised. Are you making sure that your heart is filled, one, with, of course, the Spirit of God, so that you are fruitful in life and that you are not going down a path of destruction? And with that, are you showing others the way to? Are you giving others what God gave you in the Spirit, in the world ways, just like with this confetti blower or the engraver or these events? Are you giving all you can in order to produce more than you can imagine? Be out of faith, really. That's the whole point. And I don't like the way that the world moves in, is tipping is demanded. I'm not a person where it's demanded. I like people to give from the fullness of their heart, and I don't want to limit it. And if somebody gives a low amount, I'm okay with it, because it's a gift and somebody giving from their heart what they've decided and they are content with. And they're not going to be arguing with themselves about, oh, well, I didn't make the most of it, so this is, this. It's like, well, this is what I'm going to use it for. This is the amount that I'm going to use it for. And of course, like anybody, we always encourage more, because then you know that you're going to make the most out of what you pay for. So you're going to set the standards. I mean, someone gives $1, you know what I mean? It's like, are you going to only use it for a dollar's worth and just go blow it one time and you're done? And, you kind of just, no, I don't want to say the word half-hearted use it, basically. Half-hearted use it. Or are you going to pay and make it work? Just like me, like when I went and bought the machine, I paid because I know what greatness is going to come from it. And I've thought about the little things that I could use that will make great impacts. So I knew that, this is the very, very beginning. I haven't been able to afford this one. This one's a few $1,000s. So this one I'm excited for, and I know it's going to be worth it. It's a few $1,000s, but I'm going to make this work. And not just I am. Clearly, everyone in the communities and wherever it goes are going to make it work for the betterment of the community and the betterment of each other, because we're tired of living in this half-hearted society where people are arguing over gratitude when it's somebody giving from their heart. That's ridiculous. And so I'm encouraging others that we start giving out of the fullness of our heart, that we want better and we're going to make better. We're going to make more opportunities with the little things in life. And we're going to plant seeds of life in communities that will not wither, that will be put in good soil and will be nurtured. And not just by our doing, but our prayer and supplication and looking to the Father that He provides and He keeps us going. And He knows that we fall short. That's the reason why this, this is meant for you to be encouraged, because you're going to have those thoughts that are going to be trying to get at you, and all these things that are coming against you. The weather that, is trying to kill the seed. The weather that's trying to break the branches. The weather that's going to try and remove all the soil. All the things that are going to go against you. To remember, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, no excuses, move. Capture those thoughts and move out of the heart, out of the spirit, because it is abundant and it'll never wither away as long as you keep your eyes on Him. And no excuses, move for Him and not for yourself. So out of selflessness. So I hope this encourages you guys. And so if you have any other questions, or if you guys are looking forward to, making a moment exciting, and let alone just reminding yourself that the moment is all that we have, is right now, and to move on it. Get a hold of me, call me. And I do a lot of other different things. I do not really coaching, but I do just like mentorship. Not saying that I know more than anybody. It's just that I'm an encourager. I'm with you. Just like with the brand, if you guys have seen the brand, how the arms are across from each other. It's like strengthening each other, holding each other, and they're not one's above another. Because as a mentor, I've done certain things, that are different than you. And that's as encouragement to that. There's different ways, and there's always more possibilities to be able to do things and make more from little. Like a lot of people have complained about the confetti blower, that it's all just a mess and this and that. It's like, depends how you use it. You put that in there, no one's going to leave that behind. Everyone will clean it all up for you. And I guarantee the coupons, if you're a good business, people are going to use that. They'll clean it up themselves. And if you're a good business, your advertisement's going to be picked up. If you have giveaways, it's going to be picked up. And if you have confetti things that are things people can pick up and use, it will be picked up. So it just depends on how you use things. And that's what I let you know about me being a mentor for, is that, are you using things that God's given you for its full potential? Are you no excuses moving with your life to your full potential? Because tomorrow's not promised. You don't have another chance if our life is and our time's up. We only have right now. Make sure your lanterns are full for when our time has come. And to celebrate every single moment of life and speak life into each other. Speak life into each other and create communities. Build the church. Build the church up. That people are moving and they're firm and they're nurtured. And communities are preventing suicide by building each other and strengthening each other. So I hope all this encourages you, and that if you guys have any questions, or if you guys have any events planned and that you want No Excuses Move, or if you want me to either speak at it, or if you guys have anything for the confetti blower, or if you guys have anyone going through troubled times and you guys need a mentor, or if you guys need anything, No Excuses Move is ready for 2025, and let's go. No Excuses Move, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.